Wake up, Daddy.
Why?
It's showtime.
I'm ready.
Tell them why you're mad.
Welcome to another episode of Black Fathers Go Further. I'm your host, Marty Nice, aka Big Malcolm. And as promised, I will do interviews, and this is my first one. And my first guest, of course, is a female, a very smart, educated female, good friend of mine from way, way back out here in LA. Before I was living here, when I was just hanging out with John, coming out to the house, I met her. And now she lives in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And you know what? I'm going to let her introduce herself and what she does. But her name is Fiona Chavers. So Fiona, the floor is yours.
It's your girl, Fiona, your favorite girl next door. And I am live. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. That was your job. But listen, no, I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much for having me, Malcolm. And to know that you pronounce my name right, that's so major to me.
Yes.
So you must really know me. I always say the people who pronounce my name right really must know me and be connected with me. Okay? So I appreciate that. And thank you so much.
Yeah. Now, tell them all your wonderful many talents, things that you do, things that you're into, and so on and so forth. Just briefly.
Okay. Well, I am an artist, which I believe that we all are artists. We all are creators. God created us for a reason, to create. So I am an artist in general, but I do many forms. I'm a host personality. I'm an entertainer. I am a designer coming soon. And also I'm a lover of life. That's one of the biggest things that I am. I am a lover of life. I love life and everything that it has to offer me and others. I want people to experience life like me.
Yes, yes. Now, Fiona, for those that don't know, is a woman of the most amazing positive energy, like energy beyond compare. She has a 5-year-old, right? 5-year-old daughter. And I don't know how she does it on her own. Her energy, her workout shows, her videos. If you follow on Instagram, you will get tired just watching her. And it ain't for the gram either. It's just her as a person. That's why I wanted her on this show to talk about from a woman's point of view, because this is Black Fathers Go Further, where we discuss topics of Black fathers that go further and Black fathers that should go further. So this is the perfect woman to bring it from a female's point of view. So now, tell us about...
I'm going to be fair. I'm going to be fair.
That's fine. It's fine. You know, you can cross the line too. Keep it real. So tell us about you and your daughter.
Okay, so I am a single mother of a 5-year-old, an amazing 5-year-old named Gianna Marie. And she's my Cali baby, I call her, because I actually had her in LA, in the Valley. And we moved to Florida when she was 9 months old. But I call her my Cali girl. She's my Cali girl.
Okay.
But I'm a single mother.
Now, what's that life? What's that life like as a single mother? What is the participation, if any, with the father? And what is that relationship between you, her, and him, if any?
There is no relationship. I'm sad to say, and many people would probably be shocked to know, especially when I tell them, because they're like, oh, you're such a great person. I can't believe that you're a single mother and he's not even active. Well, believe it. Stranger things have happened. Who knows the reason why? You can be the most amazing person in the world, and what's going to happen to you is going to happen to you. But It didn't kill me. It only made me stronger. It made me appreciate even more and value motherhood. You know, that's my best friend. She's grown to be my best friend. Like, you know, I talk to her just like I'm rearing her to be a little princess, as she should be.
As she already is.
Yeah. By myself out here struggling in these streets. It ain't easy. I'm going to tell you right now, it's not easy. It's not.
No, I know it. And that's what's impressive about you, because people do it.
I make it look easy, huh?
Yeah, people do it with both parents, and they don't have the type of energy and zest for life that you have. That's why it's amazing. So when people look at you like, I can't believe you're single, I can't believe that you're doing it alone with that energy that you have and possess. Like you're really amazing. So let's lead into this topic though,
Thank
because
you.
oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. So what fears do you have as a single mother in terms of your daughter growing up without her father?
The fears became reality when she started knowing about who and what a father is. And that started last year when it was VPK time. She started going to VPK. And of course, all the other fathers bring their kids and seeing the interactions, the connections. They have a father and a mother. Where's my dad?
Right.
So the one day on the way to school, she's asking me, where's my dad? I want to see my dad. And she's crying. And at that moment, my heart just broke. I didn't even know how to respond. I never knew that this reality would hit. I knew the day would come. I expected it maybe years later, but I should have known she's a very wise, very smart little girl, very intelligent. So I had to deal with that in that moment.
Wow.
And I try to just reassure that, yes, your father loves you. You know who he is. And when it's time, you will have a relationship with your father. I don't know. I say continue to pray for your father. We pray for him every morning, still to this day.
Wow.
We pray for her father every morning in spite of, because I don't believe in not praying for him.
Right.
Why wouldn't I still want the best for him?
Right. Do y'all hear this out there, Black fathers? This is very important. My latest episode that came out this yesterday, is called, 2 weeks ago. I'm sorry. I'm behind myself. It's called Representation of a Black Father. And it talks about how important it is for a Black father, regardless with the mother or not, to show representation in a child's life. Like what Fiona just said, they're so heartbreaking, like asking about, where's my father when all the kids have their father. I missed a book reading, national book reading with my daughter. I take her to school, home every day. I'm with her every day. Everybody at schools know me. But for this one day, I missed the national book reading day or whatever. I just forgot. And I was never so heartbroken in my life because she was devastated because her father's always with her. And that one day when all the fathers out there reading to their kids, I wasn't there. So I felt bad for that one day. Now imagine what Fiona just said and elevate that by her whole life. The child is never with her father. So it's very important, Black fathers. I don't care what the issue is. Representation is key. Some shape, form, or fashion, show that love. Now, Fiona's different. She's special. She prays. They pray for the father every day.
Yes.
That's amazing. Yes. That's amazing. And we're going to get into that down the road because I want to talk about things that women should do in spite of the situation. So Black fathers go further. So that's something we should do. That's important. We need to go further and show some representation. So Fiona, let's talk about continuing with the subject. Let's go on something like daddy issues. I did an episode about a month ago called Daddy Issues, where I talked about how guys at younger age, how we know how to prey on girls with daddy issues. And we know we can tell the ones that don't have a father in their life because they seek out attention. They seek out love. They tend to go beyond their means to do things to get attention. Do you have those type of fears with Gianna? Like, it's Gianna, right? I said it right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have those kind of fears with her? And if so, what can you do to combat that, if there's anything?
Yes, I do have those type of fears because like I said earlier, she knows now at a very young age, and that works on a person's soul and spirit and mind, mental, even at 5,
right.
Like she cries, it hurts her. So she's going to have those issues. Like he's going to have some serious explaining to do once he finally decides to come around.
Right.
Because it's already affecting her already. But what a lot of men and absentee mothers, what you don't understand is that a child needs both mother and father.
Yes.
The rearing of an individual for real complete development, you need both mother and father.
Speak on it.
Because there's a piece of a man can't show you how to be a woman.
Right.
And a woman can't show you how to be a man.
That's right.
And all those components make us human beings. The fact that, I don't want to go biblical, but the rib bone, the meat, come on, we're connected.
Yes.
There's a connection for a reason. The family unit is for a reason.
Right. That's well
make
said.
no mistake about it. So when we try to, and that's what, to say that she's not going to be affected by this and have these issues as she grows older and how she's going to feel about men, they're going to arise. So all I can do is continue to keep her on the road of, I don't even know what you want to call it, the road to being a good person,
right?
A good individual, a great human being.
Right. That's it.
And let her know that she's loved in spite of,
Exactly.
Don't look for love over here. It's within.
Right.
It's within. And that is something that I definitely stress to her all the time, is it's within. Because right now, these kids are mean in school. I'm sure you know.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure you know already. These kids are mean. She comes and tells me stories all the time. Oh, they don't like me. They don't want to play with me. They're being bullied, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you're 5. Why are kids talking about this right now? But no, I'm instilling it in her at a very early age now that the love for yourself has to come from within. And if you don't like something, if it's not sitting well with you, leave it alone. You don't have to deal with it.
There it is. Black fathers, do y'all hear this young lady? Do you hear the 2 painful situations she brought up? So now you understand how important it is. Now, those that are going further, us Black fathers, I applaud y'all, because you're making it a lot easier for the mother and you're keeping the family intact. And if you're not together, but you're still showing representation, I definitely applaud y'all, because again, you're giving that guidance that the mother can't help the way a father can't help, and vice versa. So it's important for both parties to show love and be together and show some form of representation. And trust me, Black fathers out there with young daughters that are not active in their daughter's life, you don't want your daughter in these situations, having these kind of dreams, having these kind of issues at school. That's not right, okay? So let's move on. And let's get a little bit dicey. Court battles.
Dicey?
Dicey. Court battles. I don't know. I don't know your situation or what's going on. If y'all do have some type of agreement, or there's nothing at all. I did an episode 3 weeks ago called "Court Battle of the Exes," and I parenthesized sexes or whatever. S for sexist, so it can be sexist or exist. Anyway, I talked about how there's new state laws that are changing rules where it used to be just the woman automatically gets the child, how now they're not showing any preferential treatment as to who gets the child. It's really based on what that parent can provide and that parent's current situation, so on and so forth. And a lot of brothers are now capitalizing and winning, but not because of the law alone. They're actually being able now to show that they can provide love, nourishment for the child, so on and so forth. So what do you think about that whole situation with a lot of brothers now starting to win these court battles? And how do you feel about that whole situation playing itself out in general?
I think that is AWESOME, okay?
Awesome. Yo, gabba gabba, baby.
No, I'm serious. I really think that's awesome that men are fighting for their rights, because at the end of the day, they have that right. It's 50-50. If you had a baby with someone, you have just as much right as the mother. And let's just be honest, there's a lot of bad mothers out there.
Right.
There's a lot of women who ain't a bit of good. They think nothing but themselves, and they just want the check anyway.
Right.
They had the baby for the check anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And And do they deserve their child? Of course. But come to a happy compromise. Now, I never recommend getting the courts involved.
Good.
I myself personally, that's not anything that I wanted to do.
Good.
Everybody's like, you need to go after him. You need to go after him and get yours for Gigi. Get yours for Gigi. For what? For what? To bring more stress.
Right.
To bring more. We're already hurting. So you want to just add on, keep piling it on? You want to just keep piling it on? No. I don't want to fight someone who already knows the facts. The facts is that you are her father and you know she has needs. And you know that she needs you. So why should I have to force you by taking you to court to do something? So now you're going to be mad. So every time you got to pick her up or send some money, now you mad because you've been forced. And that's all that's happening. These people are mad. A lot of men, they're angry because y'all couldn't come to a happy compromise prior to getting the courts involved.
I stop you right there because talking about your personal situation, my very second episode, which was the one everybody talked about because I was on a roll, I did some research, and it's called Hurricane Dad. And it's basically about, I compared 5 stages of the hurricane, category 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I did 5 stages of a dad, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I matched the dad with the hurricanes. And I asked people, look at your situation and tell me what category do you fall in. Unfortunately, if you go back and listen to my episode, your situation is a category, you have a Hurricane 5 father. She has a Hurricane 5 father, which is basically, is considered a father that's never around. And it goes into the whole detail how the entire house is completely damaged, all the roads are blocked, so on and so forth. So I encourage people to go back and look at episode 2, listen to it, Hurricane Dad, and see what I'm talking about, and then come back and listen to Fiona's story, and then compare it to your life and your story and where you are. And if you are anywhere in Hurricane 3 and above, you might want to reevaluate your life, listen to what she's saying, what she's going through, and what we all are trying to do as better people, and sort of just come together and work on being a good representation for your daughter, for your son or daughter. I say daughter all the time because I have a daughter. So let's move on and look at the brighter side. Do you see or do you notice, or in terms of like positive Black fathers going further, like what have you noticed in your community? Do you know any? What are they doing well? And for the ones that need to go further as a single mother, what do you think they should do to go further?
I do. I'm with you when you said, let's applaud and give it up for the Black fathers who are doing it, because y'all are doing it. I mean, I can just keep it going. Like, I am really proud of those Black men I see around me who are really being the father that they were called to be. They're handling business. They're taking care of their children. They're making sure they're teaching them and guiding them and directing them. I love that. Right. Now, and then in my personal day-to-day, one thing that I've always done for many, many years now is if anybody comes to me and, you know, we're having whole conversations about kids.
Right.
You got kids. Like at the time, you know, I didn't have kids, and I would be like, "Oh, you got kids?" And people would be like, "Yeah." And then they would say, I said, "Oh, so are you involved in their lives? How active are you? Like, do you spend time with them? How's your relationship with the mother?" Those are questions I ask.
Nice.
That's a deal breaker for me.
Nice. Wow.
Because if you're not in your child's life, and you have a bad relationship with the mother, those are red flags, and you can't be in my life because I want you to get it right over there first before you try to come over here with me. Because evidently there's an issue, there's a problem, because that shouldn't be. This is your seed. This is your child. So stop focusing on me and go get your child. Go make that right over there. And that has been a deal breaker for me for many, many years. That's a question I ask. How are you with your children?
There you go.
Big
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
And I recommend all women and men ask.
Right.
Because like I say, some of these women are a little off the pocket too.
Yeah.
They're not taking care of their responsibilities.
Yeah.
So I recommend it.
Yeah. So fellas, listen, if you're out there in the Fort Lauderdale area and you're single and you're a father, your shit better be together if you're gonna step to Fiona, okay? You better be correct. Don't lie. Because women are smarter than men. They can go right, they can see the lies right through us. So let's switch it up in my last topic. And this is not even, this is just from a just regular standpoint shit. I talk about longevity in terms of raising your children. And I bring this up because you're a very healthy person. I did an episode called Health is Wealth. And I stress the importance of staying in shape, eating right, exercising, just doing the right things because health is wealth. In the long run, you want to be there for the child. Everything you're teaching your child now, you want to see the fruits of your labor. Because it extends. It goes beyond the 5-year-old. It goes beyond the 15-year-old, the 25-year-old. It goes and goes. He or she can be 50, you can be 75. That is still your baby.
Right.
But you need to be there for your child. So I know, and I'm old as hell, I'm 52, but I take care of myself.
That's not old, you're young.
Listen, I'm twice your age, you're 25, so that's different. Now, however, and I know, like, it's so funny because sometimes when I don't want to exercise, I laugh when I look at your IG and I see you dancing, doing all your shit in the aerobic room. I'm like, let me just get my ass up. Tell the people out there, this is for the mothers listening and the fathers listening that might not be motivated, they're going through some stressful shit with their relationships and their children, how important it is to exercise and what should they be doing?
Oh my gosh, it's so important. Fitness is a release. Working out is a release to me. There's a lot of stressors from all aspects of life. There are a lot of stressors, and working out is something that I live for. It's something that puts me on a whole nother level. I like to work out in the morning, get it first thing in the morning. That way I'm fresh. I'm ready. I'm ready to take on the world. Right. But it is a matter of mind, body, and soul. You have to have all that complete. That's the real pyramid, Illuminati.
That's right.
But mind, body, and soul. And for a parent, first yourself, you have to take care of your body and yourself because you do have little ones. And that's something that I stress to a lot of people who they don't want to work out. They don't want to be healthy. They think that the rate they're going to live to see their children live forever and ever. No, actually, you're headed down the wrong road. Yeah. And I think we're not being honest about it. We're not being honest. Your death is going to be your life. You know what I mean? So we have to be brave enough to say what's really going on. If you don't do this, then this will happen.
That's right.
And that's why I always stress to my daughter, she goes to work out. Whenever I'm doing something and there's an opportunity, or I can't make it to the gym, I get on the floor and I do my exercises. And who gets down right beside me? DJ.
Yes.
She's on it. She wants to do the workout. If I'm going so make it fun, make it exciting, do it as a family unit. I always tell women they don't want to work out. I say, well, go for a walk with your child. Because now you're working out and you're bonding. You're taking a moment. So fathers, if because a lot of men now, they want to work out, be all, especially if they're over 50.
That's right. Yes.
But they're having their midlife crisis and they want to be cute and buff and all that. Look, see that? But take your child with you. You'd be amazed at the relationship now that you are bonding. You're having a moment. So instead of 5 days you work out by yourself, 2 of those days, or at least one of those days, take your child.
That's right.
Because now you're showing them the importance.
Now, how how are you in terms of eating and your diet around her? Do you show her healthy things? Do you encourage?
Oh yeah, big time, big time. They say I do healthy cooking.
They say what?
I do healthy cooking.
Oh, good. Excellent.
And we get in the kitchen, we cook together. Like she likes to cook with me. She knows all about fruits and vegetables and everything. If I could only stop her from eating all these chicken nuggets. But I mean, she's 5. That's their meal. They love that.
Yeah, yeah.
But she loves fruit. Like she will
Good.
eat fruit. Veggies we're working on, but fruit, that's her main squeeze.
Mm-hmm.
But I just really try to stress to her about eating healthy, being fit. She's learning early on.
As she should, and that's a good thing to do as a mother in general, parents in general, to teach your kids good things, good eating habits, good exercise habits. Just start that now. Start to instill that in their lives now. Because in that episode, what I call health as well, I start off by talking about how men, we some funny characters, how we love to talk about when we see girls, oh man, look at her, she fell off, she ain't like she used to be. And I'll be like, yo, have we looked at ourselves lately? Yo, like, we fall off too. We gain weight too. Like, we're some of the biggest mashed potatoes, but it's so easy for us to talk about, oh, she fell off, as if she's not looking at us like, he kind of fell off too. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's natural to age and gain weight, but it's important to start early and take care of yourself. So that's some really good advice from you. Black fathers, I hope y'all are listening and tuning in, because she broke it down from a single mother point of view, from a positive, from the negatives, the positives overtaking the negatives. She's keeping it healthy. She's keeping it positive. However, she shouldn't have to do it alone. So Black fathers out there listening, please, the ones that aren't going further, reach out to that mother. Reach out to that child, more importantly. Establish that child's life. And please, like they say, be the dumbest person in the room. So basically, if you're following the wrong crowd, get you a new crowd. Find some positive brothers that's going to inspire you to be a better person than what you are now, be a better father than what you are now. All right? But enough about me. Enough about what I want to say. I'm going to talk about that on my episodes when I'm talking to myself. All right? But we're going to end it with this. Fiona, tell them how to reach you, how to get in touch with you, because you're a positive person, not just for women, but for men as well. So please give everybody all your information right now.
All right. You can find me on all the social media platforms. It's Fiona's World, ITSFIONASWORLD. You can see it on the screen right there. You see it? Are you going to do that?
Yeah, sure. It's there. Wink, wink.
No, but okay. Or you can visit me on my website, www.itsfiona.com. And what you experience with me is I practice the I am. And for me, the I am is inspire, educate, and motivate. And I do that using my various means of artistry. So you can be inspired, educated, and motivated every time you see anything that I post or that I say. Okay, that's my mission. That's my goal. And if you aren't inspired, change the channel.
There it is. There it is. Listen.
Because guess what? I'm gonna do.
See?
No, I'm a lover of life. Okay, I am. I'm a lover of life, and I want people to experience life how I experience. So that's all I want to give to the people. And Black fathers, you matter. You matter so much. You matter so much. Like, you're for real at the top. Like, for real. You matter so much, and it does my heart well to know that so many people really want to get together, and they are getting it together. And Malcolm, for you to have this platform that you are reaching out to men to help them and educate them and inspire and motivate them, you're practicing your I am. And that's what we all have to do. We have to be willing to practice our I am, because with every encounter, there's an opportunity. to practice your I am. So blessings, blessings, blessings to you.
Blessings to you. You got that, Black fathers out there. Stay tuned. Follow her. It's Fiona's World, your favorite girl next door. And it's your boy, Marty Nice. Black Fathers Go Further. That podcast. Subscribe on all major platforms. And on that note, I'm Ghost.